Cody Garbrandt, and what a spectacular knockout. Do you think this is the best version that we've seen of you, or can we expect even more?
Honestly, this is a better version of me, and honestly, we're expecting more. I'm just getting started. Like I feel like I'm 21 years old again, and just learning so much, and like expanding my mind, kind of moving around. Like again, MMA IQ to me has been amazing. So like always mentally, not just physically training, but also mentally training. And there's gonna be a better version of me next time I step in here.
Después de momentos difíciles también en tu carrera, ¿qué significa volver de esta manera y demostrar que todavía sigue siendo una amenaza en la división?
And after some trials and tribulations in your career, how do you feel to come back like this, and what does it mean for the division?
Man, division should be scared. The division should be scared, man. I got secret weapons that nobody knows about, and honestly, we're just scratching the surface level of my whole round game, man. I haven't shown everything, and I'm gonna keep a lot of that a secret, man. I'm telling you right now, there's a lot more to come, and I'm getting better every single day. Whether it's 1%, whether it's 5%, we're on the path to growing and building.
Y bueno, y la última de mi parte, sé que es prematuro, pero ¿tienes algún nombre que quisieras enfrentar?
Maybe premature a little more, but do you think you have a name in your head for your next?
No. I don't have any names. All my attention was on Cody Garbrandt because he's a former world champ, and I had to make sure that that's all I saw in front of me. I was not looking past him because again, he came out pretty fast. He put me in a little bit of trouble in those first 20-30 seconds, so I had to make sure I'm good. And again, if I had a name already lined up, I probably wouldn't have got out of there. So I had to make sure he had all my full attention.
Pretty fucking good answer, guys. Pretty fucking good answer.
It's funny you say about you came out in the first 40 seconds, you got aggressive, because I think maybe people on paper thought, Cody's kind of past it, and then immediately comes out and sort of starts throwing and catching you. Is there even a moment for you when you're in there and being like, oh, no, he's still got it?
Yeah, no, honestly, I said it all camp. Like, he's able to have those type of performances. Again, he had that type of performance against Dominic Cruz, and again, there's been times where a lot of like older vets who've been in the game for a while have been able to turn back that clock. And for me, again, I wasn't going to let him turn back that clock. I was going to turn that clock over, take out the batteries, and that's where I was at. So, yeah, like I knew how fast he was, and honestly, I knew how fast he was, but he was faster than what I thought he was. So, especially in real time.
Yeah, I think would have been easy for you to sort of buy into this idea about his chin and stuff like that, and maybe be too aggressive and go hunting for it and walk onto something. I thought you were very controlled and sort of waiting for him, and then you'd counter with the right hand, which one put him away. Was that the strategy? Don't go hunting for it, let it come to you.
We were gonna hunt, but honestly, like, we didn't want to counter. And the fact that like I did the counter, like, again, that first minute, I'm a little bit just like, I'm kind of like shaking my head at it. I'm happy with the result, but there's some parts in that fight that I'm just like, I strayed away from the game plan. But once I got back on it, I was able to get him out of there.
Don't give him so much shit.
I was about to say, bro, you are so
But it's just, I'm sorry, coach. Hey, I'm sorry, coach.
God, what a sweet fucking heart this guy.
Last one for me. Fighting is a confidence game. And I feel like for you in your career, it was all the way up to the Rob Font fight, and then we had a little wobble. And I feel like you're a guy in touch with your emotions in a good way. Was there a moment where, shit man, like, am I as good as I think I am? Am I meant for this? To come here, beat former champion Cody Garbrandt, potentially a Hall of Famer one day. I see you brimming with confidence right now. What does it mean to you to be able to be like, no, validation, I am still good, I've still got this? Yeah,
honestly, the confidence came back whenever I was fighting Ricky Simone. Like, it took me a minute. It absolutely took me a minute, and honestly, the opportunity to fight Ricky Simone, a top-level guy who has a win over a former world champion, Marab, like, to me, and the way I finished off that fight was the direct path for this fight, for me to like keep the wheels going, and that built my, like, again, man, I had that rough patch, and yeah, of course you're gonna have a little bit of shaky, you kind of wander around aimlessly a little bit, and I needed to change. Again, respect to the coaches that I had before, I got nothing but love for them, but I needed something a little bit different, and again, Coach Saban's been able to help unlock a lot of stuff in my mind to be like, okay, like, turning my MMA IQ into better, making it work for me, and actually expanding my game. And again, like using tools that I haven't used in a very long time. And honestly, to me, like I'm blessed, and I'm blessed and I'm confident. I'm ready to go again.
Adrian over here. Cody left the octagon with his gloves off, so if he hasn't really said anything or announced anything yet, but if you were the final opponent of his career and you performed the way you did, what would that mean to you?
Honestly, man, I don't know how I feel about that. Like in a sense of like, I like Cody. He's a sweet guy. He's a super sweet guy, and I hope him nothing but the best. And I hope, man, he has a wonderful life. If that was his last one, man, all the love in the world to Cody, man. He went to the top of the mountain. He held that belt. Not many people can do that. He's a motherfucking beast, and he had a flawless performance against one of the greatest bantamweights in the world, against Dominic Cruz. And if he wants to call it a career, man, he had a legendary career because he did it fast. He did what I was supposed to do way earlier, and he did it with flying colors, man. He was knocking everybody out, went to the top, had a flawless performance against Dominic Cruz. So to me, if he hangs his hat on that, man, all love in the world to him, man. To me, I kind of hope he would get up and go out on a win, because this doesn't define his career. Him holding that belt defined his career, and he once a champ, he's always a champ.
I want to build on what you just mentioned to Oscar, because I remember talking to you a few months after the Rob Font fight, and one of the things you told me was, heading into that fight, I believed in my own hype. Like, everyone was hyping you up, and you bought into it. And now to see like how far you've come since then and getting a win over Cody, were there any moments that were difficult this week? Because this was very similar to kind of like the Rob situation. Like, this is our chance to get back in there against a big name. What did you have to, were there any type of moments where you had to pivot mentally to not go back to the guy that was preparing to fight Rob? Like, what was this like compared to that one?
Man, here's the thing. I've been in the room, like I'm in the room with killers every single day, and they keep me humble every single time. A no-namer can come in there and knock your ass out. So for me, like I had to stay on my game all the time, man. There's amateurs out there like in the gym right now that like, man, make me work my ass off. So yeah, like the mentality to me is just like, man, anybody can come in on any given day and kick your ass. So to me, I have to stay sharp. I have to stay sharp mentally. And honestly, with age, at the time that I fought Rob, man, I was a little bit immature. I was a little bit like, again, believing my own hype, and I had people around me to like make me believe my own hype. People around me now, man, again, like I have nothing but great people around me, and they keep me level-headed. And man, I gotta thank my family for also like helping me stay level-headed as well too. It's not just the team, but it's also the team I have at home, my family. So again, if it wasn't for any of them, man, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have this flawless, not flawless, but it's hard for me to be like I'm very nitpicky about this.
With two combos. It's fucking like Jesus.
I'm sorry, Coach. I'm sorry. But yeah, but man, if it wasn't for them, man, I wouldn't be here, man. So I'm happy, I'm blessed.
Adrian over here, right in front. You said going into this fight that, well, you acknowledged Cody's, first round blitz, and you acknowledged that you could technically implement your grappling, but that's not what you value. That's not what you're about. So after what you just did, does that make you even more sweeter?
Yeah, honestly, it's very, very sweet, and I was low-key hoping he shot and hit a good shot because I was ready. I was ready, man. I was ready. Coach is looking at me, so I gotta stay quiet.
Never crossed your mind then?
Not crossing my mind.
We talked about the first round and how Cody kind of came out guns a-blazing. Do you think the old you might have fallen victim to kind of getting in a firefight, whereas we've sort of seen the maturity over the last few fights, especially linking up with Coach Safe? It seems like you've really kind of dialed things in, not go back to sort of those wild ways, and do you think that led you to victory where you didn't kind of fall victim to that?
100%. Going back to that Rob Font fight, like I was immature and I wasn't there mentally. Like I was ready to go, and I was swinging and fighting back. Like again, my game changed. I fought a hard-nosed vet in Rob, and I'm fighting a hard-nosed vet in Cody. Like it was this exact same situation. Yeah, I just two different moments, two different personas, two different persons. From a young Adrian to an Adrian who actually has his shit together.
Yeah, and how satisfying is this win too? Going back to the Seattle fight, a lot of people felt like that should have been a win for you, and I know you were happy with your performance, but obviously that result doesn't sit on there, and you had the long layoff going in. Is that kind of in the rearview mirror now with this win that you knocked out Cody Garbrandt and you're like, okay, I've arrived?
Yeah, 100%. Like it's already in the back. Like I just was riding the momentum from that third round into this fight, and honestly, now it's in the back. I got to look forward. What do I got to do next? All right, let's just get better until we get a name, and then after that, we're good to go.
Yeah, and just last one for me. I know there was a long layoff coming into the Simone fight. You've had 2 fights now this year. What type of schedule would you like to be on? Because I know that's something we've talked about where you do want to be a bit more active.
Yeah, especially after being off for a little bit over a year. Like I would like to be a little bit more active, but I have to be smart about it and make sure that my body's feeling good and I'm doing all the right things to make sure that I'm getting better as well too. So I have to be smart about it. But again, we are in the middle of the summer. November, if they go back to MSG, bro, put me there, man. I just went out there, knocked out a former world champ, bro. Why not put me on the MSG card if they have it?
Gotta ask Coach Safe first, though. So
100%.
Thanks, Adrian.
Can we fucking get out of here yet?
Adrian, one more from me. Speaking of Coach Safe over here, pretend he's not in the room for a second, just maybe to answer this one. Obviously, you know, Saul Solis's passing, we've had, you know, this history of the sport, Sean Tompkins, Robert Follis, coach that I knew. You see with the fighters under their stable, even at the top level of the UFC, they'd have this trend where they would struggle, and I know you can speak to this from experience. And from the outside perspective, it just comes down to 2 words for me: focus and structure. And it looks like that's just level since joining up with Coach Safe. And I know others help you as well, but can you tell me, pretending coach isn't here for a second, how important is that relationship, and how important has that been to you for this evolution?
It's very important to have structure. And again, man, like Saul Solis and Saif Saud, man, they're very similar, so it made it a right fit going, you know. So for me, like it was perfect. Like walking into that gym and like just seeing how everything was ran, and then getting the camp there, man. Honestly, like I'm not leaving. Like I remember I was having a conversation with Coach Saul, and he was like, yeah, man, like. I've sent a lot of people out the door, and I told Coach, like, man, you kick me out the front door, I'm coming in the back. So same thing with Coach Safe. If he kicks me out that front door, I'm coming into the back door because I ain't leaving. Like, I ain't leaving.
Awesome. Thank you, Adrian, and congrats.
Thank you, sir.
Dear Adrian, first of all, congratulations on your performance. Such a great victory. Take us through your mental process and how important it was for you to get back to the win column, fighting against such a legend like Cody Garbrandt.
Man, getting back in the win column, man, I love it, man. I'm excited, man. I miss this feeling. Again, man, it was a little bit rocky for a couple years, and now I'm back in the win column. I was actually talking to the photographer, Roach, and I was like, man, you know what? Like, we usually do this pre-fight, but it's been a while since we've done this after a fight, man. And, like, I'm really happy to see you again.
We're happy as well, you deserve it. And the last one for me, as a Spaniard, I have to ask you, why do you choose the Gypsy Kings to walk out? I think it's such an amazing song, and I wanted to ask you, why do you choose that one?
Man, honestly, it was the song of the camp for me. Like every single time, like it just got me wanting to move. And again, this whole camp was about footwork. And every single time I turned that song on, it made me want to move my feet. And I just had that, like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move my feet. It just made me want to dance and swing left to right, you know. Go wherever the wind takes you. You do what you love, you know. And to me, like that song just kind of embraced this moment for me. And it was just, again, you can ask my boxing coach. We had that song on repeat for like 12 rounds, 12 rounds of training, you know. So here we go. You can ask him yourself, man. That song is the song of camp. Was the song of this camp, and I had to, man. It just felt right. My son would just randomly start singing it, so I was like, yeah, this is a perfect fit for this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's rewarding all around.
Heavyweight Bobby indeed is here, and that will be a joyful trip home for Robert and his beautiful wife and their 6 children, all here in the States. The Korean Zombie Champ.